Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. He's...
Listen. Yes.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to a wanderer named Zuluan. I wonder if he's anything special.
No way to know.
Oh. As expected, only you would be able to corner me undetected like that. But I know you mean me no harm. It's just that I was deep in thought for a moment there. Well, perhaps it looked that way to an observer, me just standing here like this. I'm glad we were able to meet here. There's a little matter I wish to discuss with you if you have a moment. Thank you. I knew I could count on your kindness. That's exactly why I feel I can confide in you. After facing defeat in Xiaopei, I prepared myself for my inevitable execution. I believed the blade of Lord Louis Bu should decay along with him, and I promised that I would ensure Lord Louis Bu was punished in the afterlife. Despite my conviction, Lord Cao Cao tried to convince me otherwise. He said he could not understand why a self-professed blade would choose to succumb to rust. He asked me to join him and said, "On the path before me lies what you seek." So you understand what he meant. I have yet to grasp the meaning of Lord Cao Cao's words. I was content to simply be a weapon for whomever I served. I sought nothing more than that. That is why I cannot understand. Lord Cao Cao seems to know what I seek, but I cannot even fathom what it is that we are walking towards together. Perhaps I must change under Lord Cao Cao's command, but I don't even know where to begin. You're right. There is no need to rush for an answer. Thank you. Talking with you always calms me and gives my mind clarity. I will continue to serve Lord Cao Cao as best I can, and continue to believe there is something waiting for me in the future. I was fortunate to have friends like Lord Guan Yu, to have training partners like Lord Shu Huang, to have advisors like Lord Xiahou Dun, military strategists like Lord Guo Jia and the others. And of course, you. There are many people from whom I can learn a great deal. There's not even a moment in which rust can form on this blade, and through further study I'm sure to find the answer I seek. I'm in your debt.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye.
This town has gotten bigger now that I think about it.
The children remain innocent and unflappable.
Wanderers are pretty common in this day.
This town has gotten bigger now that I think about it.
Let's go. Now. Take this. Time to act. Take this. There we go. Time to act. With all my might. Take this! Take this! Time to act. Let's get serious. Take this! Take this! Time to act. Take this! Turn the tables together. Let's end this. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act. There we go. Easy. Take this. Take this. I see it. Take this. All my might. Time to attack.
There we go! Turn the table! Take this! Looking rough. Prepare yourselves! Can't believe this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I thank you.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye.
What does peace even look like?
Lord Eugene is way too...
The scars left by the Weebu's assault truly run deep.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as truly
Lord
powerful.
Shunyo
Irritating whelp out there. I
The
shall
enemy
go
officer
silent.
has been defeated.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. Experience my stratagem, refined to perfection.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
An opening. Time to act. An opening. Bit defeated. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
For the sake of Lord Tao Tao's rule, for my family, I cannot rest.
Not many people can read and write. The few who can ought to make that their weapon.
could I?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This territory is ours.
Provide backup. Onward to join our allies.
The enemy
Begin the
officer
advance.
has been defeated.
Way to stick it to them. You need to let loose. Let's march. Let's try.
Infested. The enemy officer has been defeated.
You ought to quit charging into things. Dangerous, no. Now. No chance to advance here. Now, onward! Start the advance! This one!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Counterattack to victory! This ends here! Way to stick it to them! Time for me to let loose! March! All my might! The curtain draws here!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Begin the advance. All units, march! Begin the advance.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
An opening. You're gone. Tables turned. I'll go after him. The damned rampage stops now. Let's march! You're done. Time to end this. Infested.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You'll keep me amused, I hope. How's this? All my might. Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. We must push harder. officer has been defeated.
The doctor gave me some medicine when I got...
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started! An opening! How's this?
It opens up. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. Done for. That it. Tables turned. An opening with all my might. Time to attack. Take this. An opening. This'll do. Turn the tables. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now that I'm a father myself,
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of. Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands...
enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. Now! Let's go! Take that! Take this! The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go! Take that! Take this! Nice try! Take this! Now! Oh my God! Now! Take this! Take that! Take this! Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
For the sake of Lord Tao Tao's rule. For my family. I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold. Hope I get to win. Stay sharp. Now! See you all. What's next? Stay sharp. See you all. What's next? See you all. Stay sharp. What's next? Stay sharp. See you all. Stay sharp. stay sharp. I can see it all.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this. Let's go.
I challenge you to battle.
Stay sharp.
Prepare yourself.
What's next?
Take this! Now! Take this!
Let's stay sharp. You see it all.
I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started!
Take this! Stay sharp.
Now!
Take this. What's next? Stay sharp. You can see it all. Take this. What's next?
Now! All my might.
You can see it all. Take this.
Now!
Take this. Stay sharp. You can see it all. What's next?
Now!
Stay sharp. You can see it all.
Time to end this!
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The doctor gave me some medicine when I got.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started!
Take this. Take this.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I challenge you to battle.
Prepare yourself!
What's next?
Now!
Careful, you see it all. Take this! You must stay sharp.
Now!
Careful, you see it all. Take this! Careful.
Now!
What's next? Careful, you see it all. You must stay sharp. Careful.
Now!
What's next? Careful, you see it all. Take this!
Now!
You must stay sharp. Careful, you see it all. What's next?
Take this! Now!
You must stay sharp. Careful, you see it all. What's next? Careful.
Now!
Careful, you see it all. Stay sharp. Careful.
Now!
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Stay sharp. You can see it all.
Sun's here!
What's next?
Now!
You must stay sharp. You can see it all. What's next?
Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated. You must stay sharp. You must stay sharp.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I used to be a Yellow Turban, just like Jotza.
Sun's here! Now!
You must stay sharp.
Sun's here!
What's next?
Now!
What's next?
Now!
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this. Take this.
Show them your resolve!
Take this. Now stay sharp. You see it all.
Now! How's this? This!
enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Take this.
I challenge you to battle.
Take this.
Prepare yourself.
Stay sharp. You can see it all. What's next? Now. Must stay sharp. You can see it all.
Take this.
What's next? Now. Take this. I must stay sharp. I can see it all.
Take this.
Now. I can see it all. I must stay sharp. Now. What's next? I can see it all. I must stay sharp. Now. Nice try. What's next? I can see it all. I must stay sharp. Now. All my might. Take this. I must stay sharp. Take this. I can see it all. I must stay sharp.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
What's next? Now. I must stay sharp. I can see it all. What's next? Now. Take this! I must stay sharp. I can see it all. Turn the tables. Concentrate. All my might. I see it. Concentrate.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
So, now His Majesty has to serve Cao Cao? I feel bad for him.
It feels so.
Let's go. Take this. Sacred Bird, protect us. Time to act. Time to act. Time to act. Time to attack. Got this. Time to act. Time to attack. How could I? The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Time to act. Time to act. Take this. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to act. Time to act. The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to act. Take this. Turn the tables. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Take this. Take this. Can't believe the enemy officer has been defeated.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Time to act. Time to act. Take that. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to act. Time to attack. Tables turning. All my might. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to attack.
I don't see the fighting ending anytime.
Let's go. Turn the tables. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Prepare yourself.
Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Time to act. Take this! Counter-attack. Take this with all my might. Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Time to act. Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Time to act. Counter-attack. Tables turn. Time to act. Believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
So, now His Majesty has to serve Cao Cao? I feel bad.
Ready yourselves. Our efforts from here on out are absolutely essential.
Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Take this! Time to act. Counter-attack. Time to act. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Here's the resistance is futile.
Counter-attack. Time to act. Counter-attack. Counter-attack. Time to act. Time to act. Let's get serious. Counter-attack.
Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act. The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to attack. Let's go. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to attack. Take this! Obliterate you! Situation. The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act. Turn the tables. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack.
Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Take this. Time to act. Tables turned. Take that. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Turn the tables. Time to attack. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Ready yourselves. Our efforts from here on out are absolutely essential.
Let's go. Take this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Yes, the resistance is futile.
Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to attack. Time to attack. Obliterate you! Got this.
situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act.
What does peace even mean?
Lord Eugene is way too strict.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as truly powerful.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I better choose carefully.
Sacred bird protect us. Time to act. Time to act. Time to attack. Take this. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to act. Time to act. Time to act. Take this! Time to attack! Time to attack! Time to act! This territory, the enemy officer has been defeated.
Not many people can read and write.
The scars left by Luibu's assault truly run deep.
What does peace even mean?
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye.
Luibu has been defeated, and Yuan Shu's power is waning. Clearly, this leaves Yuan Shao in Ji Province as our greatest threat.
It's said that he has finally prevailed over Gong Sung Zun, and so now controls all 4 of Hebei's provinces. That makes his faction the most powerful in the land. There is no doubt what he will seek to do next.
Gain control over the Emperor.
We have also been preparing for a final confrontation, but we are hopelessly outmatched. If we make one false move, they'll overwhelm us with their superior numbers.
Oh? I wouldn't have expected that from you. Saying that we will be overwhelmed if we make a false move suggests that you believe we have a chance of winning.
Lord Goja.
I agree with you. No matter how strong Yuan Shao may be, there is a road to victory.
I'm glad you think so, but could you explain what that road is?
Essentially, It comes down to the difference between Lord Cao Cao and Yuan Shao. Yuan Shao insists on finding the ideal solutions to problems, and so he is overly cautious. Of course, that can also be a good thing. In times of peace, it might make him a wise ruler. But in these chaotic times, I believe decisiveness is more valuable than prudence. And most crucial of all, Yuan Shao is known to disfavor those who point out his weaknesses. A flaw like that in someone leading such a vast army is bound to create discord.
A fair point. So, are you suggesting he isn't worth worrying about?
I wouldn't go that far, but I do believe there is a more dangerous enemy out there.
You mean Liu Bei?
Lord Cao Cao has a fondness for him, so I shall say no more.
What is Liu Bei like? You were with him for a long time. I'd like to know more about him. And what principles are those, I ask? After all, the hearts of men are flimsy and fickle things. How much faith can we place in a man who is devoted to something so fragile? Cao Cao seems to think Liu Bei is capable of great things. If he is indeed comparable to Cao Cao, then we must crush him before he gains strength. And if he becomes a heartless monster like Louis Bu, all the more reason to destroy him. Frankly speaking, no. I have to assume that he may be planning something. I heard that while he and Cao Cao dined together the other day, a crash of thunder took him by such surprise that he dropped his chopsticks. And this man is meant to be destined for greatness. Of course I would be suspicious. But at least I now know that you think highly of him. I suppose I'll have to decide his worth for myself.
Nothing has changed since Dong Chuo's rule. Just what is Cao Cao thinking? Treating His Majesty like this?
Well, he is the one with full control over the court. To him, the Emperor is a mere puppet. His Majesty might not speak ill of him in front of us, but surely he must be displeased.
Or perhaps he is afraid because he is unable to discern Cao Cao's intentions.
Have some respect. His Majesty would never fear a charlatan like him.
Well, I am certain our dear Emperor is pained at all the tyrannical deeds committed in his name. Perhaps we should have forgone Cao Cao and entrusted someone with more prestige, like Yuan Shao.
Ah, but I hear that Liu Bei might also be worthy.
Ah, well met. On patrol, I presume?
It has grown late. Perhaps it would be wise to leave the patrols to the troops and rest.
Speaking of which, we shall do the same. We bid you good night.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. He's just so cool. Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. He's just...
Are you certain, Lord Cao Cao?
I urge you to wait. Giving Liu Bei an army to command is akin to letting a sleeping dragon roam free. The danger cannot be ignored.
Yes, Liu Bei is a dangerous man. Once he gains strength, he will eventually come to stand in our way. And that is precisely why we cannot leave him in Shu City.
Do you mean...
There is a rumor going around. Unsubstantiated, but troubling.
Now I see. Thank you for the report.
Sir!
Ah, what perfect timing. There is something I wanted you to hear before anyone else. It appears there is a plan in motion to assassinate Lord Cao Cao.
Strength invariably arouses spite. We merely need to know in whom. It appears this plan is coming together under the name of His Majesty.
The threat is too serious to ignore. I managed to capture and interrogate a few of the schemers. And they all named Liu Bei as a collaborator.
I know it must be difficult to believe, especially given how close you two are. But that means that you, of all people, should know what Liu Bei is like. He cannot help but respond to the cries of those in need. And given your reaction, it seems we were right. You are not part of their plot. Do forgive us for testing your loyalty in such a way. We're all glad your name has been cleared.
Whether intentional or not, Liu Bei has long been plagued by unsettling rumors. And now this. Lord Cao Cao dismissed Liu Bei under the guise of defeating Yuan Shu.
I am sure Liu Bei has realized as much. It is unlikely he will return to Shu. And so our war with him will begin. This may be difficult for you, but we ask that you be ready.
So, Liu Bei has chosen Shi province.
Yuan Shu of Shouchen has already fallen. Then our next opponent will be either Yuan Shao or Liu Bei.
We should focus on defeating Yuan Shao and gaining control of Hubei. Before we battle Yuan Shao, I would advise first reining in Liu Bei.
Liu Bei's forces are small, which makes them quick. While Yuan Shao has your focus, he may strike you from behind. Containing Liu Bei before a battle with Yuan Shao is a viable strategy, especially if we wish to weed out uncertainty.
Then we will attack Xiaopei to shake Liu Bei from his seat. I trust you all to see to it that the castle is taken.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to a wanderer named Ziluan.
What does peace even...
More and more people are losing. We have it better than most just being...
Lord Shunyo becomes a different person when he drinks.
Even with such an eminent thing.
I'll show Lord Liu Bei what I'm made of.
Time to march! Time for a good old fight! Get ready! Counterattack! Time to act! The enemy officer has been defeated. You sure know how to fight! The enemy officer has been defeated. Tables turned. Time to act. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Take this! Time to act. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to attack. Let's get it to them. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. With all my might. Time to act. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Time to attack. Time to act. Take that. The enemy officer has been defeated. Counterattack. Counterattack.
There are plenty of marshes and rivers around here, so you get people falling in from time to time.
More and more people are losing their families.
Counterattack. Time to act. Take this. Let's go. Take this. Counterattack.
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Tables turn. Let's give it to them. Time to act. The enemy officer has been defeated. Counterattack. I see it. Time to act. Take this. Turn the tables. Take it up with all my might. Time to act. I'm here. Time to act. It's even match. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Let's go.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
I see it. Take this. Time to act. Counterattack. Counterattack. Time to act. Counterattack. End this here. Time to act. All my might. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
shall pay is far smaller than the price we shall pay in Los... Shall pay.
Let's begin.
Yes. I agree.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Victory on the battlefield is worth any cost.
Now go. Conquer Xiaopei and seize Liu Bei's stronghold. Be expedient. Have no mercy.
The castle gate will be guarded by the infamous
The enemy
Guan Yu.
officer has been
Breaking
defeated.
through will not be easy. I must advise you not to face him head-on.
Xiaopei Castle is surrounded by rivers. Liu Bei's forces will likely be wary of any attempts to flood it. So, let's test that theory first.
Start the advance!
The enemy is targeting the floodgates then. I cannot leave
The
my
enemy
post
officer
here.
has been defeated.
Liu Bei's family is within the castle walls after all. I will just have to believe our allies can handle it themselves. The floodgates are heavily defended.
The enemy officer
The enemy must
has
fear
been
them being
defeated.
used in an attack.
He's unbeatable.
Behind me, the enemy officer
Liu Bei's
has
home.
been defeated.
I shall allow none of you to set foot inside.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, Guan Yu. I've managed to get some reinforcements from Lord Yuan Shao.
Come on, the table's turned. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now we can strike back against Cao Cao.
Forward march!
Liu Bei! Zhang Fei! My brothers! Now it's time for a counterattack!
Pretty much neck and neck at this point.
Take this.
The real fight starts now.
Good. He's here too. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Now, let's begin our attack.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
March forward.
My brother was the target all along.
Floodgates, or Liu Bei, Guan Yu will surely be torn. By bringing either to the brink of destruction, we can force him to decide.
The enemy officer
This
has been
will draw
defeated.
Guan Yu away from the castle gates. With such a cunning plan, we can use their oath of brotherhood against them.
I cannot even fathom how I might bring him down. This fight was far beyond my capabilities.
Take this.
Bear witness to my passion. Guan Yu, remarkable on the battlefield as always.
The floodgates are taken. The castle will be bound to fall. The defense of the castle is in your hands. I will lead a sortie to drive the enemy back from the floodgates. Advance now!
Take this.
I will not allow your plans to come to fruition. By my own blade, I will cut down
The enemy
anyone who
officer
dares attack.
has been defeated. The enemy officer
It
has been
worked.
defeated.
Now is our chance to take Xiaopei Castle.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
What a predicament. Even so, I shall not abandon hope.
We must find a way to overcome this situation.
That was much too close. I will forever remember this favor.
officer has been defeated.
Can't believe
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go! Go! Yeah!
You've gone in looking for fame. How thoughtless!
I will do as Lord Guan Yu ordered, even if it means my death. Not a single foe shall enter these walls. I'm starting to get fatigued at this rate.
Well, this is an interesting surprise. Let's find out how much you've learned.
Thank you for rushing in to save me. Help me be free from this predicament.
Yes, the resistance is futile.
I'm disappointed. How about this? How about this? I did not think it would come to this.
Not hold out for much longer.
Take this.
Great!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
There's no easy thing to defy Lord
The enemy
Cao.
officer has been defeated.
Regroup and gather our strength.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this! The enemy officer
My trust
has been defeated.
my sworn brothers. Now, I shall do whatever is necessary.
I can't take any more of this.
We'll finish this another day. Be strong, my brothers, and stay safe.
Things may not end well for us at this rate.
Yes, the resistance is futile.
I had not the strength. My lord, forgive my weakness. Take this. Our enemies bow to my incredible might.
How will I explain this to Lord Guan Yu?
When things got tough, I thought of you. Now you're here. You're crazy.
Turn the tables. Take this.
The enemy is within the castle walls? Does this mean Lord Guan Yu was defeated? The foe is wavering. This is our chance to renew the assault on the castle. The time is right. Go.
See it. Bear witness to my power.
With such tremendous skill, I cannot ease up even for a moment.
What's a predicament? Even so, I shall not abandon hope.
Take this.
I'm making my way up.
Take this.
Child's play. If this is the best they can offer, we'll soon prevail.
Time to act.
Warning! Cao Cao's forces are inside Xiaopei Castle! Lord Guan Yu, you must return to the castle!
So the attack at the floodgates was a diversion. I cannot allow this. We must return to the castle quickly.
Let's go.
It appears they've noticed our subterfuge.
Take this.
Hurry! Take control of the castle.
That was much too close. I will forever remember this favor.
Is the castle still ours? Hang on, brave defenders. I am coming.
prepared. How careless to fall for the enemy's trickery.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Make amends for my blunders.
Even the mightiest grow tired at some point. Now is the time to act, while Guan Yu is on the back
The
foot.
enemy officer has been defeated.
My sworn brother entrusted me with the castle's defense. So I will fight to my dying breath. Even if I am the last man standing. The moment has come.
Take this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I shall not fall. I shall not bend the knee. I will stand on this land I have sworn to defend.
Take this. Bear witness to my power. I see it. Time to attack. Stop!
Things may not end well for us at this rate. No.
Cannot give up. You fight well, but I will not give up. You hear me? Not while my blade is unbroken. Not while life still flickers within me.
Such spirit.
Lord Guan Yu! The castle has already fallen. Surrender at once!
Never. I shall fight to my last breath.
You would dishonor yourself out of stubborn pride, breaking your vow to your sworn brothers that you would die together, defying your duty to protect that which Liu Bei entrusted to you. Would your honor truly allow that?
I need 3 promises from you. I will surrender to the Emperor, not to Lord Cao Cao. No harm shall come to the family of Liu Bei. And the moment I find my brothers, I shall run to their side.
You have my word. I shall convey your wishes to...
I accept those terms. How outstanding to have a renowned hero such as you on our side. May our acquaintance be long and fruitful. So, Yuan Shao's forces remain inert.
Not that they had a choice in the matter. Yuan Shao is afraid of making mistakes. For that reason, he will always try to make the safe choice, leaving him unable to act upon the sudden changes of war.
Making the safe choice isn't always a bad thing, but it's hardly a strategy befitting the times. Being able to move quickly at the expense of some griping is by far the wiser choice.
Yuan Shao's lordly decision to always pursue the best option is both his strength and his weakness. Using that weakness to our advantage may allow us to decimate his massive army. That should be enough for now. Let us return to you so that we can prepare for what is to come.
The castle's imposing visage is the only thing that hasn't changed.
There are plenty of marshes and rivers around here, so you get people falling in from time to time.
Xiaopei is surrounded by so many waterways. If they overflow, the city may just float away.
I'll show Lord Liu Bei what I'm made of.
We have it better than most, just being able to live out our days in peace.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye.
This town has gotten big.
Wanderers are pretty common in this day and age. They say this is an important place, but just look what the fighting's done.
Pardon me a moment.
The children remain innocent and unflappable, even in this war.
how's things? You've had a taste of officer life now. Starting to get used to things around here? No holding back, am I right? Good to see we can count on you. In any case, you're doing a fine job leading this band of ruffians. We may have our disagreements at times, but I got a feeling that you'll do fine. You were picked out by Lord Cao Cao himself, after all. Oh, almost forgot. I've good news for you. Remember when I told you that I was considering how to apply my natural talents to transporting provisions? Well, I think I've really found my calling there. Lord Cao Cao said my newfound skills will be a valuable addition to his force. Now, we can send provisions throughout the land with ease. We won't have to worry about plundering or getting sacked. We'd be one step closer to his vision. I've been trying to figure out what I could do, but I think it's finally coming together. Damn right. But you know, I wouldn't have come this far without you. Whenever I see you at work, my doubts seem to completely vanish, and I see everything in a new light. And I'm here wondering what I can expect from you next. I just can't take my eyes off of you. I'd appreciate that. I feel I can do so much more with you around. Let's keep giving the world something to be amazed at. Should be easy enough for the two of us.
This town has gotten bigger now that I think about it. I wonder if that's thanks to Lord Cao Cao.
Tables turn. Advance! All of you, follow me! Let's guard! Curtain draws here!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this!
This even matter. He must push harder. Rise to my power. Take this. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Bear witness to my power. Time to act. The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this! Concentrate.
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Time to act. This! The tables turn. Bear witness to my power. All my might. Bear witness to my power. The officer has been defeated.
Finally found myself a job. I couldn't be happier about it.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to a wanderer named Ziluan.
Thank you.
Finally found myself a job. I couldn't be happier about it.
To my power. Take this.
The damned rampage stops now! Let's march!
Take this. Turn the tables. Let's get serious. All my might. Bear witness to my
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to
What does peace even look like? I sure don't know.
Lord Shunyo becomes a different...
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out.
The Yellow Turban surrendered to Lord Cao Cao.
Oh, pardon my manners. I was so deep in thought that I'd forgotten our plans to meet. Yes. To tell you the truth, I haven't had even a moment to rest. Matters of war have been left to Lord Shunyo, Jashu, and Goja. That leaves the task of governing Shu in my hands. I must also be vigilant against agents of Yuan Shao, interfering with domestic affairs. And the recent incident is yet to be fully dealt with. Yes, the attempt made on Lord Cao Cao's life, at the behest of the Emperor himself, Truth be told, we had considered the possibility, but not so soon. It seems the Emperor feels threatened by our leader's power. Should a mere retainer be allowed to attain more power than the Emperor? This is a matter that we must now carefully consider. There are many issues at hand, but for now, I must remain focused on protecting our leader. Yes, but I do also desire respite. Perhaps it's fatigue taking its toll on me, but I find that my ability to focus is beginning to fray. The other day, I was out negotiating with officials and handling government affairs, all without noticing that my hat had caved in. The funny thing is that later I actually saw the ministers all walking together with their hats caved in the exact same way. I couldn't believe how quickly my carelessness had become a fashion statement. I suppose all I can do now is wait for it to go out of style. No, well, perhaps that is it. I am grateful for their respect, but now I feel even more embarrassed. I'd like for you to keep all this to yourself. Let it be our little secret. Be that as it may, I am glad that we have made plans to meet later. If I am to rest, I would very much like it to be with you at my side. Now, shall we make our way to my estate? Please forgive me if I fall asleep on the way.
This town has gotten bigger now that I...
Finally found myself a job.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to a wanderer.
I'm so hungry.
We have it better than most just being able to live out.
The path we must walk is set. Onward! Take everyone! To that! Take this! Take this! This territory is ours. Let's go!
Challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. See it.
Bear witness to my power.
Take this.
Bear witness to my power.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Xiao pay is far smaller than the price we...
The scars left by Luibu's assault truly run deep. Not many people can read and write. The family...
I hear the way Lord Zhonghu...
Time to act.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Everything's gotten so expensive. I'd better choose carefully.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao...
What does peace even look like?
Lord Zuluan has a discernment.
I see Cao Cao's old habits are back in force. He's been trying this way and that to bring Guan Yu under his command. They say he's given him all sorts of treasures, even the fabled red hair. It's the horse that Lu Bu rode. Ferocious and strong. Said to run 1,000 li in a day. And Cao Cao gave it to Guan Yu, an officer who surrendered to him. I doubt Guan Yu would change allegiances over mere flattery. And if I'm right, the enemy just gained another weapon. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later.
What perfect timing. Lord Cao Cao has called for you. We must hurry.
I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu? Oh, I see. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over. So even you cannot think of a way to bring him over to our side. If he wishes to return to Liu Bei no matter what, then perhaps we must make sure that is no longer an option. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to rest, I'd like you to find that out for me.
What? You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well. That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. But I do not intend to stay here long. I will leave as soon as I know where my brother has gone. I, Guan Yu, will stand with Liu Bei until my death. That is an oath I will not break. Why? I haven't explained it to you, have I? Liu Bei is weaker than Lord Cao Cao. A cause for concern in some ways, I admit. Whenever he sees others suffering or in misery, he is driven to help them, heedless of logic. Because of that, we, and Liu Bei himself, have had to endure countless hardships. Some may see that as foolishness. Others may jeer, calling it a lack of principle. But Liu Bei knows the suffering of the people. He knows the cries of the destitute, who lack the power to act. I believe that is the quality necessary to bring an end to these times of war. Forgive my prattle, but those are my thoughts in full. I presume you came here at Lord Cao Cao's behest? To see where I stand? If you would, please tell him that I am sorry.
Lord Guan Yu, I hear that Lord Liu Bei is still missing. I cannot imagine how that must feel. But I am happy that I could fight alongside you once more. And I say that in earnest.
I cannot thank you enough for saving my life and the lives of my brother's family.
No need. The loss of a warrior such as yourself would be a loss to the entire realm. You said the same to me once.
Zheng Liao.
I echo that sentiment. Lord Guan Yu, you are worthy of our respect, and I am glad we could speak once more.
Lord Shi Huang.
My training with you was my salvation when I lost my way. At the risk of sounding presumptuous, I hope our presence here eases your suffering even a little.
Aye. We may have different reasons and circumstances, but we are all warriors climbing the same peak. If we train and continue to better our minds and bodies, a path may one day present itself.
I am beyond grateful to both of you. Let us spar, that I may reforge my wavering mind.
Nothing would bring me more joy.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. Ah, he's just so cool.
This town has gotten bigger.
For the sake of Lord Cao Cao's rule.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as truly powerful, trumping even...
Let's begin.
Yes.
Come!
Yes.
Listen.
With me here, I suppose our victory is all but assured.
Now go. I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detached force to drive through the gap and relieve Baimar Castle.
Those are Cao Cao's forces? Headed for Baimar Castle? I have to warn Lord Yin Liang.
If they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise. Quickly, pursue them!
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yenliang's side.
March forward!
We have received word that Cao Cao himself is headed for Yanjing. We cannot let this opportunity go to waste. We shall send our troops to target him. We march at once!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
It appears we have evaded detection by the enemy for now. We will continue our advance swiftly and silently.
Lord Cao Cao's remembrance makes him an excellent
The enemy officer has been
Just
defeated.
look at the size of the force they've sent after him.
Is ours.
With this many of their soldiers here, Baima should be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to protect Lord Cao Cao.
Their numbers matter not, for I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is always a path to victory. Begin advancing!
This is our chance.
Take the enemy by surprise! That's one more
The strength of Yuan Shao's forces
to true
lies in
might!
their inexhaustible numbers. They seem to be pouring out from the fort in an endless stream. We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort. That will force them to change their strategy.
Now advance!
Behold, Allied forces are marching to our aid. This will be enough to break the siege. Stand strong! Our victory is imminent!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I owe Lord Cao Cao a great debt of gratitude. This battle is my chance to repay it with my blade. And go on, you! Let's go! Fight! You think you're skilled enough?
Even now, the enemy officer must push harder. Defeated. Tables turned. The enemy officer has been defeated.
No!
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer
Cannot let them
has
cut
been
off our
defeated.
reinforcements. Quickly, we must reclaim it. Let's start the advance.
An opening. Turn the table.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I hope this surprises you.
This territory is ours.
Let's start the advance.
This is too good to be true. The enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own.
Let's start the advance.
An opening!
Take this.
Here's the resistance is futile.
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court,
We have no objections to taking his life.
Take this! Counter-attack! Clean fire! That's one more stepping stone on my path to true light!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Cao Cao, you are a snake, guarding a corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice. Chaos has stricken the land, and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated. To bring peace.
The enemy officer
Do not know who you are or from where you hail. But you seem to be driven by a strong conviction.
You must be... No, that's not possible.
Let's go.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Better run.
Take this with all my might. Time to end this.
None other could accomplish such
The enemy officer has been
Continue to
defeated.
perform in this manner.
Let's go.
The sash of the sacred bird Luan. And those eyes. Yes, you must be.
An opening. Here we go. Turn the table. Start the advance. Believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is
Start
ours.
the advance.
We should stop here to assess the situation.
Tables turn.
Is that it? Send here! Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This is it! With all my might. With all my might.
Time is right. We should attack now.
Draws here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
I can't hold him much longer. We need a way through.
No, I see it. Take this. Time to act.
I hope this surprises you. That was an impressive effort.
The enemy officer.
I enjoy just watching you out there.
I'm glad it's you who has come to my aid. I would choose no other.
Take this. Nothing now. I claim another victory in the name of my brother. I claim another victory in the name of my brother.
The enemy
Making
officer
good progress.
has been defeated.
Keep pushing forward. All proceed together. Look at them all getting beaten by
yourselves well. Show everyone how it's done!
Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources.
The enemy officer
has been defeated. On the other hand, depend on your wits and courage. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight. You might even color me intrigued by it.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
It's a predicament. Even so, I shall not abandon hope.
Is insufficient for a comeback. Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Every victory serves to make me that much stronger.
The enemy forces of Yanjin have greatly diminished. We will finish them off in one final assault.
There's no virtue in
the enemy
dying
officer
so little.
has been defeated.
I shall retreat and fight another day.
Time for our attack. I've been preparing at once. Take this.
You weren't able to leave me in danger, were you? Ha ha! You truly are one of a kind.
That was much too gross. I will forever remember this favor. Take this. Time to act. All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. This is fun. All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Victory is sweet.
You versus me, no interruption! I am Wen Chou, one of Yuan Shao's greatest fighters. Any who believe themselves worthy may test their might against me. Bad. So your bravery isn't without justification.
Let's end this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn it all. Why did it have to end like this? What? Wen Chou has fallen. This is not possible. What on earth happened?
Forward. Everyone, follow me.
Now advance!
Face me,
You're just in time. We're about to begin the counterattack.
Worthy adversary indeed. Face me, you stand in the presence of Yan Liang. I am one of Lord Yuan Shao's greatest warriors. You really think you have what it takes to fight me? You do not lack the skill, it seems. This battle has only just begun. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. I have been bested. How can this be? I could foresee losing either Yan Liang or Wen Chou, but for both to have been slain, you fought well this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me!
Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult. This is not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now. This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted.
It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
Zuluan, it's been too long. So it really was you. I never would have expected this. But why didn't you tell me where you were? What are you saying, Zuluan? Don't tell me you've forgotten who I am. You won't answer? Or maybe you can't. Then it's true. You really have forgotten everything. Well, I suppose I should have known. If you had your memories, you wouldn't have allied yourself with Cao Cao, the usurper of the Han. You have forgotten your mission, your ideals, and the promises you made. And now you're floating aimlessly through life. Yet even so, you are unable to escape your fate as a guardian of peace. You submit to a higher power and act as a weapon for them, just as you did as a guardian of peace once before. Though this seems even more pitiful, Juha, what did she say to you in the end? Did she tell you to forget everything and live on? Or to pursue true peace? If you can't remember, then let me remind you. Juha is dead. You were there when it happened. And now you're living a carefree life, free from any memory of her death. Perhaps that is the greatest insult of all. Remember, Zuluan!
Are you crying? Go, Zuluan. Down your own path. Are you crying? I'm fine. Go, Zuluan. Down your own path.
I thought you had both died. I never imagined. I thought I was alone. Maybe I was being foolish, desperately clinging to a past that will never return. I have some advice for you, Zuluan. If you insist on following the Han and allying with Cao Cao, then I will not hesitate to stand against you once more. You must remember who the Han are to us. Well, the point may be moot if Cao Cao is crushed by Yuan Shao in the next battle. I look forward to seeing him struggle.
Lord Shunyo becomes a different...